Hi everyone. I decided to hop on here today and do a quick little video just because something really smacked me in the face today. I was watching a training and the person doing the training was very successful in her business, and she was talking about the last 7 years since she started her business and how she came uh, to the company that she was with. And in actual fact, she did not choose her company first. She chose her upline first. Now, I know that there are lots of people in this community who are not in direct sales, you're not in network marketing, or there are also an equal number who are. And so you've already had experience with working with an upline and the team culture of network marketing. But I also know that people in this community are considering starting a side business, mostly because of the economic situation that we're all in right now, and the possibilities that people need an extra income stream and are looking for more ways to earn money and a side gig and all of those things. And I want to put this question to you and see what you think. Should you be out there looking for a company first and an upline next, whoever comes along with that? Or should you look for somebody that you really want to work with and then join them? And if you align with their products and their company, then you should be able to join them and make money. So, what's the answer to that? It's funny because over the years, most of us that have become involved in a side business or a network marketing business or direct sales, whatever it is, it's usually happenstance. It's your best friend, decided to do this, and they came to you and they said, "You got to come and do this." That's exactly what happened to me. My best friend said, "Joan, we really need to do this because I believe we can become millionaires without ever leaving home." And those are her exact words to me. And so essentially, I really was considering doing the business, whatever she was talking to me about, because of her, because I knew her and I knew that I could work with her and that I respected her, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And then I looked at the company that she was recommending to me. And so that's really an interesting concept because most times you get prospected by someone who then sends you information about their company, right? They send you all the statistics on the company and then the compensation plan, how you make money, and what about the products, and et cetera, et cetera. What about the people that you're going to be working with? What about who asks those questions before you make a huge business decision like this? Because you know what? It is a business decision. It's not necessarily, well, it's not a family picnic. It's not a like going out and having fun with your friend. It could be if you don't want to make serious income. But if you want to make some serious income, you need to respect the fact that you're looking for a business opportunity. And so, therefore, you really want to look at what's important. So, obviously, you want to align yourself with a company that sells products that you can be passionate about, right? You don't want to be lined up with a company that sells, I don't know, I doubt if I could be passionate about, I don't know, like car tires or car parts. I don't even know if there's any network marketing companies about that. But it's just an example. Take a look at that. That's an important thing. You want to be able to align yourself. But I really want to empower you while you're looking and making decisions about these things to ask questions because it's a business. And I'm going to say it again, it's not a family picnic. And so go and ask the right questions. So I'm going to throw a few out there that I think are important that I've learned. 32 years I've been doing this, 33 years actually in April. I have been doing this business, and in 33 years, I've learned a couple of things. And so I'm going to share a couple of things with you right now. So um, there needs to be this step in there before you make your decision of what you want to know, what kind of mentor or business partner that you're going to be working with. Okay, so these things might make you uncomfortable because it's not normal for you to get prospected, for a person to be prospected and to come back and ask all sorts of questions about the person. They'll ask questions about the company. They'll ask questions about the products. They have no problem doing that. But none of us really get out there and ask the questions we need to ask about our prospective upline or our prospective business partner, our prospective mentor, whatever you want to call them. Okay, so what do you want to ask about? So what about this? What about asking, what's your onboarding process look like? Right? What are they going to answer to that? How long is the onboarding process? Like before I really am ready to get to work and start making some money. What are the trainings that you include in that process? What do you teach us about? Because you may or may not have any business experience at all. You might be coming from a different background that has transferable skills like teaching or nursing or any of those types of things. Those are transferable skills into a sales business, but you know what? There's other things that you might need to learn to really help yourself have a smooth transition. Consider whether or not, like for instance, if somebody says, okay, well, I have this, we have a blueprint and we go through this process, our onboarding process is like steps, whatever. Or they might just say, oh, well, we welcome you on social media. And, like we put lots of posts out and then we give you some information and tell you to go start putting posts up on your social media. Maybe you might want to talk more to the person who has a blueprint for you or a system in place that is really going to help you make the right moves and to know what you're doing and to make yourself look like you know what you're doing. Okay, so consider those things. How do you feel? You might want to ask them, how do you feel about cold messaging, cold prospecting? Back in the day, we used to call it cold calling. So it would be like approaching people that you don't know. You've never seen them before in your life and you're calling them or whatever. You're messaging them, you're sliding into people's DMs and you're just like, hey girl, how are you? I love your bio, etc., etc. Do you suggest people do that? How do you suggest that people are approaching people about looking as they look for a team? So how do you feel about cold messaging? Because you know what? Cold messaging, actually, I don't believe in cold messaging. I believe that you can do reach outs and shout outs and spearfish messages to people that you have a connection with so that when they see you in their messaging, then they've already connected with you in some regard. They may not be your best friends. They may not even be your friends. They may have only met you on social media, but at least they know that you are connected in some way. So there are some people who don't care about that. They teach people to just go sliding into people's DMs and messaging all the time. And there is an antiquated way of doing that. And there's a way of doing it in 2023 so that you are not being invasive and rude. And and it's a lot smarter to learn that way. Another great question is, if you could describe your team culture as the leader of your team, what your team culture is like in 5 words, what would they be? And now those are hard questions, right, for somebody on the spot, but you know what? It'll be interesting to see what somebody answers those questions. Do you have a tryout time? Tryout time? Do you have to pay for your membership and then, get all involved and registered and everything? Or can you just join some team calls? do you have regular team calls that you could join to just see what you guys do and see what your team culture is like? There's absolutely no reason for you to get yourself into a team situation where you're not feeling aligned in that team. I mean, there's always going to be people that you're not really, that you wouldn't be best friends with, but being aligned with the team is really important. It won't be perfect for sure, but ask the questions. And I really encourage you to do that because I think professional transparency is part of business. And you really need to start demanding that there is a transparency when you're going to, join a group of people with the intent purpose of earning money. And, your reputation is on the line. And so you really want to look good and you really want it to work for you, right? So you really want to get clear on what's going on with that team. And we often talk about making an avatar out of your ideal customer or your ideal client. Make an avatar of your ideal upline. Who is it you want to work with? Are they new to network marketing? Are they a veteran? Does it really matter? Because I can tell you it doesn't necessarily matter. But you want to be on a team where there is success for sure, because success leaves clues, that's for sure. And again, joining your best friend, is that the answer? Can you work with your best friend, or are you just best friends for fun? So you really want to evaluate that. My upline and business partner, Daisy, she used to say, our partnership was like being married without the sex. Because it was like such a deep relationship that that we really depended on each other, and so it was often, she used to chuckle and say that. But you need to pay attention to the people that you sign up with, because you don't want to be wasting time. Pay attention to how that person presents on social media. What do they look like on their business page? How do they sell? What are they doing? Are they out there hawking their products like it's like a the snake oil salesman or the old-fashioned car salesman? Pay attention to those things. And I think you want to understand what your relationship is going to be, and ask that person, what is our relationship going to be? Are you like my boss? Find out what they say when you ask that question, because you are not signing up to get a boss. Believe me, in this business, you don't want a boss. Or are they somebody who is going to help you and teach you and then allow you to be independent? Or do you have to do what they say? I mean, you might laugh, but there are people who really are like that. They consider themselves your boss, and they tell you, if you don't do it this way, you're not going to be successful. I mean, that's a pretty negative way to start, right? Because everybody has their own talents, and they all will make their talents shine when they're developing their own personal business. Even though they might be selling the same products as you, even though they might be building a team the same way you are, it's all personal and personalized. Okay. Anyway, just some thoughts today as you might be out there thinking about joining a new company, adding to your income stream, building another business, or building a business for the first time. Think about those things, because you know what? It's important. Okay. So take good care and have a great and marvelous day. Bye for now.